Jai Gaur Sitana Premanande. Ima Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Gopal Krishna Vishnu Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavati Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadama Bhakti Swapadantikam Pantam Shri Guru Sri Jata Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sadhana Bhakti Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabhadutam Parijana Sahitam Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinayanda Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Bhakta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Ramani Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Ram. So first of all, we'd like to welcome you all. How many of you are here for the first time? Second time? You have been here before? Many times?
Before joining.
Huh?
Before joining, they welcome the yatra.
Okay.
After joining Brahmacharya ashram, they come.
So before joining the ashram, they have been here before.
Yes.
Without coming in contact with you, they have been here before?
Yes. So the youth preaching, their preacher.
I see. So, because of the holy dam is very, very potent, everything that we do here is multiplied many folds. That means the chanting, the studying of the Sastra, just by touching the land of Vrindavan, we get so much purification. And our past, I mean, I'm sure most of you, um, the process of bhakti is new, which means that whatever we did in the past, the process of bhakti, this devotional service, cleanse our heart. And still in the process of purification, even at this very moment. We have been in this material world. It says there's never a time that one can have the history of when we have come in contact with the material energy. Even though we are eternal, yes, but being a conditioned soul, coming in the material world, we want to enjoy separate from Krishna, and therefore we became covered up by the modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. This covering of the material energy towards the living entity, the jivas, makes them forgetful of Krishna. It says that love of God is within our heart, but it is covered up because of the misidentification of the body as the self. We've been here so many lifetimes, so many species of life, and we become enamored by the different desires to enjoy the material energy. And it says in the Bhagavad Gita that at the time of death, whatever we are thinking of, that we will attain. Yam yam bhapi smarandavan chajante ante kalevaram. So, because of this covering of the material energy towards the living entities, it is very difficult to become peaceful, very difficult to be happy, and ultimately it is very difficult to remember Krishna. In Krishna consciousness, we have this sloka, always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. But then again, because of our conditioning, we have performed so many sinful activities, and the message from the scripture is that now that we are here in this human form of life, now is the time to inquire about the absolute truth. Atato Brahma Jignasa. This is the duty of the living entity, especially in the human form of life. Brahmanda. It says this verse, Brahmanda kono bhagyavan jeev Guru Krishna prasade bhai bhakti lata beach, which means we've been wandering in this universe, but the Brahmanda also means all the universes in the material world, jumping like monkey to different trees. You've seen a lot of monkeys in Vrindavan?
Yes.
Yeah? So similarly, when we come to different species of life, it's very difficult to revive Krishna consciousness. But when we come to the human form of life, we can revive this Krishna consciousness, our original Krishna consciousness. In the Shastra, it says that like fire is present in the arani wood, but you have to rub the two pieces of arani wood and then fire will come out. So similarly, for us to revive our Krishna consciousness, uh, it's very difficult by the process of mechanical means, by the process of material things. And the process is spiritual, bhakti yoga. So, yes, in the beginning there is faith. Ado shada tato sadhu sangha tato bhajana kriya tato nibriti shat. Then we become fixed. Then we started to have ruchi, then shakti, attachment, then bhav, and then prema. So now, before we reach that prema, which is the goal of life, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, this is the process of cleansing our heart is by Chetodarpana Marjanam, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. And this is part of the Sadhana Bhakti. Sadhana Bhakti. According to Srila Rupa Goswami, it says, Bhakti is deliberately cultivated with senses under Shastra and Guru so that the dormant love manifests. Sadhana Bhaktya Nitya Siddhasya Bhavasya. That means that we have to cultivate, like there's a field and the spiritual master planted the seed. So the seed of bhakti has to grow and ultimately penetrates the covering of the universe and ultimately take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Now, it may seem to be a very, very long journey, but we can expedite it. However, we have to follow this sadhana bhakti. In sadhana bhakti, there are two types. There is a Vaidhi sadhana and there is a Raganuga bhakti. It's like an example is given like unripe mango and ripe mango. Both taste good, even unripe, but the ripe one is better. So in the beginning, we have to perform austerities. Vaidhi sadhana bhakti means following rules and regulations, like getting up early in the morning, chanting our rounds, coming for Mangalartik, going for the Srimad Bhagavatam class, and then the whole day we should be quite busy so that there'll be no gap that Maya can enter. And then in the evening we have program again until we sleep. So this is our routine in devotional service. According to the Shastra, this Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti are like two tracks, like in railway tracks. In the beginning, yes, we should perform and Prabhupada says it is not negotiable. What does it mean by not negotiable? That means there is no shortcut. You cannot attain love of God because of our conditioned state. We have to follow this. We have to slowly try to emulate, slowly try to apply. In the beginning, it's like a child going to school. The first day of school, the child doesn't want to go to school. The parents, the father or the mother will practically drag the child to go to school. But then when the child seeing that there are many also other students in the school and he can play more. So the next day, he doesn't have to be dragged. He will be waiting to go to school immediately. So bhakti is like that. In the beginning, we have to push ourselves, or others will push you. If you don't get up, others who are taking care of you will always remind you, hey, get up, uto, uto, jib jago. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, we are sleeping in the lap of the witch called Maya. And the solution is to follow the process, especially attentive chanting. Attentive chanting. This is the most important. That's why in the beginning, it is good to have the Maha Mantra, mantra card. I did this because of our being lazy or still in the mode of ignorance. And sometimes we will chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without the Hare, without the Ram, and without the Krishna. Or more Hare and more Krishna and more Ram. The Maha Mantra is like a formula, 16 words. You cannot take out one name or you cannot add another name. Huh? So when we chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. I've heard, sometimes devotees chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Is that the Maha Mantra? How about Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare? Or, no, that's not the way how to do it. We have to do it in such a way. Prabhupada says also that when we chant the holy name of the Lord, we should hear the sound vibration. Prabhupada says, if you chant and you only hearing yourself and you don't hear the others chanting, you are sleeping. So when you chant, you should also be able to hear others chanting. But don't chant so loud that you are disturbing others. This is very important. Attentive chanting, hearing, reading daily, Mangalartik and Archana, strict regulative principles, and prasadam. Right. No one falls asleep while taking prasad, right? Everyone is fully awake. But at the time of chanting, because we're still in the mode of ignorance means we don't have taste in this process. So somehow or other, if you're falling asleep, stand up. You can ask also permission. Like we've seen the video of Prabhupada walking, pacing himself because he's in that way. Prabhupada says if you're falling asleep, then you can stand up or walk. Yes, association and service. Since you are all in this training, you live practically very tight-knit. Live near with the devotees when possible. Otherwise, structure yourself in such a way. It's for the grihastas, because I'm talking also with the devotees who live outside. Make your home a temple. You're fortunate. You're staying in the temple. You're fully protected. Prabhupada says here in the Krishna Balaram Mandir, don't go outside of the four walls of the Krishna Balaram Mandir. which means that everything is here within the four walls. Sometimes devotees, um, they become enamored. They'll be attracted by hearing from outside. This is very important. Even our Guru Maharaj says, don't align yourself outside of Srila Prabhupada's movement. There's so many katakars here. You know katakars? Professional reciters of Shrimad Bhagavatam or Harikatha. There is no end here in Vrindavan, but we never go outside. Hmm. Yes, our Guru Maharaj says, quality over mere count in japa. Our Guru Maharaj means His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami. Finish early, chant as service to Guru and Gauranga. You should not be mechanical. Of course, in the beginning, the chanting process is mechanical. Since we are in ignorance, we are in avidya, there is no taste, and we're not able to chant feelingly with love. We should chant with our love. Yes, this is very, very important. Read Srila Prabhupada's books every day. Regularly. Prabhupada told us to read 1 hour, at least 1 hour. And whenever you read, you should also write notes. I used to, and I still do, write notes because this will be your own. When you write notes, you'll be able to remember when you write things. And when you go back, it's easier for you to remember these things. Especially in the beginning, I mentioned this so many times that the number one quality of a student or of a disciple is humility and obedience. Yes, I should have faith that whatever the authorities told me to do, that I should follow. Hmm. Of course, if the authority is telling us something besides being Krishna conscious, then we should ask question. I cannot follow this. Why are you telling me to do this? But we should be intelligent enough also to understand and have faith that the authorities, that are representatives of Srila Prabhupada, to show us the process how to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. Yes, humility should be there in dealings to dissolve ego samskaras. This is our greatest enemy, ego. Right from the very beginning, we think that we are the enjoyer. We think that we are the proprietor. Huh? In the material world, they don't usually teach these things, that we are all servants of Krishna. We don't. We don't hear this. Even if you go to any of the big institutions, even in some religions, they don't say. Ah, more often they will say God is an order supplier. That means I want this, you must give this to me. Or I will give 1 rupee or 10 rupees in the hundi box, and then my wish and my desire is over 100 rupees. It's not like that. So ego. Right now we have false ego. Ego actually is the symptom of the soul. Our real ego is that I'm servant of Lord Krishna. So we have to dissolve these ego samskaras. uh, that I am the Lord of all I survey. I am the master. Hmm. This is the nature of a conditioned soul. So, to purify quickly ourselves, we should be always enthusiastic, hmm, especially when it comes to service, like in kirtan or in book distribution. We should be very, very enthusiastic. So, there are three ways here how we can uh, replace our old samskaras to be purified, to understand our real nature. Our old samskaras, that means our life before coming to Krishna consciousness, is full of misidentification of our real self. Hmm. So, first of all, we should hear very attentively. Um, that's why Nityam Bhagavata Seva yan. Hmm. We should hear attentively, very, very focus when we chant the holy name, when we read Srila Prabhupada's books, when we hear from our superiors, and the hearing process in the nine processes of Nava Bhakti, Bhakti is that it is the most essential. But hear from the right source. Huh. Ultimately, we have to understand I am Krishna Das. I am not Godas. I'm not the uh, servant of my senses or my mind. I am servant of Krishna or the representatives of Krishna. I am their servants. So yes, uh, ultimately though, again, the cleansing process is that to chant the holy name of the Lord attentively, and that's why every day we are being reminded of the 10 offenses. Because once we have the taste of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, everything else becomes sour or tasteless. That's why chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra means higher taste. Hmm. Param Drisva Nibartate. So everything that we've learned becomes pale. It's like Prabhupada gave a story of a very good musician, but then he wanted to learn more. So there is a school in Paris, very famous music school. So when he entered, before they accept him, they said that you have to pay more. Instead of, like, let's say everyone pays 100 euros, but he has to pay 200 euros. But he's very expert, huh? Before coming, and he asked, why are you charging me 200 euros? Why are you charging me double? Because we have to teach you double. First, we have to teach you to forget what you've learned in the past, and now we're going to teach you new one, which is the proper way how to do things. So whatever we had in the past, uh, discard it, put it in the dustbin, put it in the waste. That's what Prabhupada says. It takes gallons of blood to make a devotee, but it takes more hundreds of gallons of blood to maintain a devotee. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, please.
To make a devotee is not so easy. To convince a materialist in this process is very difficult. But then to maintain them after have them join, it takes more efforts, more endeavors, more work, more energy. Hmm. So association is very important also. Very, very important. Uh, in the association of the devotees, um, the bhakti samskars will be triggered. Bhakti samskars. Now you have like coming to Krishna consciousness. You forget whatever you've done in the past. Now you're starting a new chapter in your life, bhakti life. Hmm. It's like in New York. They have a program. I was there last summer, 2 months ago, for the newcomers. It's called Bhakti Life. This is only for the newcomers. That means those who live outside, like working class people, they will invite them for a night of discussion, a night of kirtan, a night of prasadam. And it's very, very useful, very, very effective. I don't think we have that kind of program. We have that program also, right? Yeah? But for students, though, yes. But we have also other devotees who are doing outreach in the corporate world. Yeah, big, big. They see the bigger materialist you are, the more difficult you are to be convinced in Krishna consciousness. You students, yes, no problem. It is a Prabhupada says students are at least in the mode of goodness because they're cultivating knowledge, even though that knowledge is material. Your knowledge, material knowledge, doesn't count at the time of death. But whatever you've learned in bhakti, you will carry that in your next life. This is most important. So try to be absorbed. Everything that you will learn will wash away whatever you have done from before and now will give you your future. Hmm. And if one says in Bhagavad Gita, not be able to make it, then if you finish 10% of spiritual life in this lifetime, then next life you'll continue. Start with 11%. Materially, no, you have to go again grade 1 next life. So now, sadhana is the most important. It will give us the higher days. And then it will give us a new routine. That means seva. And finally, we start to develop love for Krishna, attachment. Hmm. We have so many anarthas that's been there in our hearts since we have come contact with the material energy. This lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and envy. Prabhupada says our heart, because of being contact with the modes of material energy, is like as black as a coal. It's like when you cook sabji, the bottom is very black. So it needs to be cleansed. The previous samskars is like this. It creates more and more, or it increases our anarthas. So again, the process by which you will learn again and again will help us to cleanse or clean our hearts. Always remind yourselves of the 10 offenses while chanting the holy name. And this is what we do, yes? At the temple, we recite them every day. And foremostly also we should avoid Vaishnava Parad, Vaishnav Ninda, Sadhu Ninda, Guru Ninda. Guru, he is the embodiment of the all the demigods. All he is the topmost. He's the topmost Vaishnava. And if we disobey the orders of the spiritual master, for us in ISKCON, uh, his direct disciples, Srila Prabhupada is their Diksha Guru and also Shiksha Guru. But after the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, that means us, Srila Prabhupada is our Shiksha Guru for the next 10,000 years. So if one wants to go back to Godhead, he should follow under the direction of the representatives of Srila Prabhupada the process of how to execute bhakti. Again, different ways how to chant the holy name. There is Nama Aparad, there is Sudanam also, and there's Nama Bas. First offensive, then there's a clearing stage, and then purified stage. This is our process. It's like it is natural for a child to walk, but then he cannot walk immediately. In the beginning, he will have so many scratches on his knees or on his elbows. So, similarly, in the beginning, we may not be able to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra purely because, again, of our previous samskaras. We're still thinking of the sense enjoyment that I had before coming to Krishna consciousness. Ignore that. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, I wish I have this and like that. No, ignore those because those are stumbling blocks in the process of bhakti. Pronunciation. This is just again because japa is the most important. Then after that, kirtan. Even though many likes kirtan, but we have to do japa. You cannot avoid not doing japa. It's like in kirtan, everyone is jumping up and down. But then if you ask him, Prabhuji, how many runs did you do today? No, I don't chant. I don't chant japa. Then whatever actually in kirtan, whatever we do the whole day in our practice of bhakti, it reflects at the time of kirtan. How you chant your rounds, it reflects your consciousness at the time of kirtan. So japa, even though kirtan is a more purifying because congregation, loud chanting, but japa must be done. So be careful of pronunciation. In some parts of the world, they cannot really chant the holy name of the Lord properly. In China, they don't have the R letter. So they will say, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. But if you are not able to pronounce, from time to time you should pause and think about what is the meaning of the holy name of the Lord. Prabhupada says you can chant the holy name of the Lord in your own language. So from time to time, if you're falling asleep or becoming lethargic or your mind goes all over the universe while chanting, pause for a moment and try to remember what is the meaning of the holy name of the Lord, the chanting of the Maha Mantra. We should be prayerful. We should also be thankful. Gratitude should be there. And also, while chanting from time to time, we should have thinking also the sinful activities, those things that I did before coming to Krishna consciousness. Hmm. And make it as an offering. Try to finish your rounds before breakfast. There's some devotees, they don't eat breakfast not until they finish their rounds. Yeah? Sadhana, very important. So again, Brahmachari Ashram, full morning program. Uh, do you go out and book distribution? Yes? This is very good. Weekly street or book distribution. For the grihastas, they have to get up also early in the morning. Uh, Minimum 4 o'clock, 4:45, 5 o'clock. If you wake up, because somebody has this, so some devotees are watching this. If you wake up later than that, then no spiritual life. Prabhupada says, no morning program, no spiritual life. If you get up later than 5 o'clock, you will not be able to make it. Some grihastas, they wake up just half an hour before going to work. So how can you do your sadhana? How can you do mangalarti and all these things? So yes, we should replace the old samskaras into bhakti samskaras. Huh. In any case, there is a process, and what you are doing right now is very, very important. Oh, one should also be not to sleep too much and sleep too little, or work too much and work too little, and eat too much and eat too little. You cannot be like false renouncing things. Oh, now I joined the Hare Krishna movement. That means I will only eat once a day, and I will only sleep for 3 hours. Huh? And yes, I will work so hard. No, you have to be regulated. Arjuna asked this to Lord Krishna. Uh, how does he walk? How does he eat? How does he sleep? So we should be yogis. Yogis are regulated. And in the Ekadasis, we follow the, if you can remain not eating anything, or even nirjal, what you call nirjal, no water at all. Because actually, what we do Ekadasi for our purification. Others, they do Ekadasi for material benefits. Yeah. Or they will fast one day in a week because they have a favorite devata. Yes. Is it Hanuman is Tuesdays or something? Yeah, Tuesdays. Yeah. So yes, I will fast on Tuesday to please Hanuman. No, we do Ekadasi to please Lord Krishna, to cleanse our heart and ultimately to attain love of God. Festival times also, we fast a certain time. This will all help us. So again, to replace our old samskaras, finish our rounds early, chant our rounds with quality, read Srila Prabhupada's books every day, avoid prajalpa. You know what prajalpa means? Unnecessary talk. It's like gram kata, this village talk. In village talk, they talk about somebody. Hey, you know that this person is like this. You know, this person is like that. We call it in the Philippines chismis. Just means like, talking nonsense. Yes. Avoid offenses and so on. So, and we should pray. There's a nice prayer here to help us melt the old samskaras. In the morning, we pray, "O Lord, let my tongue serve your names. Let my mind remember your lotus feet. Engage me in some service pleasing to Guru." That means the tongue, the mind, and the actions, the words also. And in the midday, the prayer is, I offer my work. Make me an instrument, not the enjoyer. I offer this service to you, Krishna. Please make me an instrument. It's like Prabhupada's prayer, uh, Jaladuta, when entering America. Uh, he says, I'm just like your dancing puppet. Oh, Krishna, I don't know why you brought me here, but you must have a purpose for me. So make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. And then he signed, your most insignificant beggar. Hmm. And at nighttime, before taking rest, we should pray, forgive my offenses. Uh, Let me remember you at rest. That's why resting time, that's why we don't call it sleep, we call it rest. Even resting is also seva to prepare us for the next day. Hmm. You will never hear outside, hey, are you taking rest now? No, no. Are you sleeping? Ah, when they say, I'm going to sleep, but they don't say that rest. Sleep is not rest for them. It's like mostly it's enjoyment also for them. Okay? I think I mentioned few points already how we can replace the old samskaras. That means it's been there for so many lifetimes, not just this lifetime. So many lifetimes that it takes a lot of energy, a lot of endeavor to wash it away. And we're very fortunate somehow or other we have come in contact with Krishna consciousness and hope against hope. As Prabhupada says, one can go back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime. He was asked a question, how long does it take to attain love of God? And Prabhupada says, within a moment. But that moment means lifetimes of preparation. Lifetimes. And one cannot say, well, I will take it easy for now. And when I get old, I'll become serious. Right now, no. And when I get old, before dying, I will think of Krishna. It's not possible. It's not possible. Better start now. Even Prahlad Maharaj told his school friends, yeah, fellow demon friends, Komara Acharit Pragyo. Now that we are still young, now is the time to take up this process. But his friends say, no, come on, we're still young, we should play. There are two personalities, two boys in the Srimad Bhagavatam, they did not play. All the kids, this is natural, right? Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj. But their playing is like thinking of Krishna. Hmm. Okay, we stop here now. Any questions or comment? Yes.
You told about thank you so much knowledge.
Mhm.
You told about loud chanting that is started. So,
Loud chanting.
But we have to do about loud sankirtan because it's also
What?
loud sankirtan. Sometimes
Yeah, japa is soft. There are three types of chanting the holy name. There is also through the mind. Now we don't do that. That is topmost. Because right now the mind is very chanchala, flickering. Haridas Thakur, he did his 192 rounds, three ways. He was also engaged in Sankirtan. He was engaged in preaching, but he will chant his 192 rounds. So loud chanting, yeah, that is Sankirtan, congregational chanting. So, huh?
we have to do that.
You do that, yeah, that is the process in Kali Yuga. Yuga Dharma is Sankirtan, congregational chanting. But you also have to chant your rounds. Prabhupada also, he did his japa. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he did japa. Hmm. So this is very important. One should not think, oh, I don't need to do my japa. Hmm. This japa mala on your neck will always remind you that I have to do my rounds. One time, I met one devotee, and I never see him chanting, but his japa mala is always on his neck. Says, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, how are you? Is it okay? Can I see your japa mala? And there is no japa mala in the big bag. It's like for display only. And it's true. It's true. Actually, chanting, even without your bead bag, you can chant your rounds. We have this bead bag with the beads on it and the counter so that we know how many rounds we chant. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Kirtaniya Sadahari, 24 hours, right? Hmm. And you can do that anywhere, in the bathroom, anywhere while walking, everywhere, in the metro. Yeah. But when we have the japa, it makes us focus also. Because when we touch our senses, it become more focused, the meditation. Anything else? Mm-mm.
So my question is regarding our own sanskaras and anarthas. If someone is having secret and bad habits, one can never be having Krishna consciousness. It may lead to fall down. So my question is, if someone is having or facing this scenario right now, so how we can get rid of this?
Again, we have to realize that whatever happened in the past will not help me to become Krishna conscious. Thoughts may come, just ignore them. Ignore. That is the only way how you can get rid of them and follow the process that Prabhupada has told us to do. Getting up early in the morning, again, is the same thing. Some devotees, if they don't get up in the morning, they feel guilty. If they miss Mangalarti, they will feel guilty. If they're not able to finish their rounds, they will be up until 10 o'clock to finish their rounds. That is the process. And if one just take it easy, okay, I'll chant more tomorrow. And then the next day is the same thing happens. Many rounds been left behind. Okay, I'll chant more the next day. Then it's all piling up, piling up. How are you gonna be able to finish that? See, we're given the formula. It's like a doctor. The doctor will tell the patient, you take this medicine 3 times a day, you eat only proper food, and you do exercise. Then you'll be healthy. Prabhupada says, coming to Krishna consciousness is just like entering a hospital. We're all diseased. You don't see a very healthy person in the hospital, right? Except the doctor. The doctor is the spiritual master. Everyone is in the bed or in the wheelchair. Yeah? But the doctor is he's free, germ free, virus free. So we have to follow what the doctor says. Then eventually we will be discharged from the hospital. The whole material world is like a hospital. We are all sick. That's why we are here. We are diseased, spiritually diseased. Follow the order of the doctor. Yeah? Who wants to be in the hospital? Tell me. Nobody, right? But we are not realizing it. Who wants to be in the material world? Everybody wants to be in the material world. But when you come to Krishna consciousness, you want to get out of here. It's like going to latrine. You want to spend the whole day in the latrine? Huh? You get out. Do your business and get out of there as soon as possible. Except Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, because he wanted to avoid the materialistic people. They want to get his blessings so that their material desires will increase more and more. No. If there is no urgency for one to get out of this material world, it will prolong his stay in the material world. So the bad samskars, the old samskars, will be washed away. You follow the process. Everything will be fine.
Or as we heard or see somewhere that devotees who stay in serious devotees association, but even they have some cultivations of bad habits.
Listen, again, not until you chant the holy name of the Lord purely. The difference here is that advanced devotees, the thoughts may come, but they know how to say no. The problem here is that for a neophyte devotee who's practicing devotee, if bad thoughts come, they entertain it. Then that is the problem. So the whole process of this training is for you to learn how to say no to Maya. As long as we have this body, Maya will attack us. This is the service of Maya Devi. Don't think that, oh, I'm a pure devotee. No, pure devotee is free from this. Is not touched by Maya. Maya gave up already. I cannot do anything to this person because he proved that he is a devotee. Now we're just trying to become a devotee. To be a devotee is very rare. Sa Mahatma Sudurlava is Mahatma, a great soul. So don't think that this will go away immediately. No, it's not possible. But a very advanced devotee, he says no to Maya. Even Maya comes. So avoid. Don't contemplate on the sense enjoyment. Mm-mm. When you see a beautiful woman, go the other way, look the other way. Unless you see that a beautiful woman is also a conditioned soul. Beautiful woman is not for me to enjoy her. That is the problem. So you must be careful. This is how Maya attacks. Oh, nice. So many gulab jamuns. Let me eat and eat and eat and eat. No. Oh, it's a big feast. Okay, let me put everything I can in my stomach. No. You don't know yet how to control your senses. And this is the whole process of training. How to control the senses, how to control the mind. But not having the mind empty, not having the senses not being engaged. Engage your senses in Krishna's service. Engage your mind in thinking of Krishna. And from time to time, Maya will come in, that's for sure. But if you remain strong, vigilant, then Maya will leave you alone. Okay. Okay, last question. Before I'm asking for a question, you're not raising your hands. Oh, he got the mic.
So my question is, how can we explain the fully Krishna consciousness?
Huh?
Fully Krishna consciousness. Even though we are situated in such a scheduled way, we don't have time for puzzle work. We are fully engaged, but still, I find myself not experiencing the 24 hours Krishna consciousness.
A newlywed couple, they just get married. Don't expect the next day they have a child. Okay. Go ahead. Give it to him. Yes. To him. He already asked the question, Baba. Don't turn it off. Why are you turning it off?
Hare Krishna Maharaji. My English is not so good, but I can try to explain my question. My question is that my anartha is coming sometime.
What's that?
My anartha is coming sometime.
Sometimes. That's very good. Only sometimes.
And how to know it is coming out by Vaishnava Aparadh or by my previous activities and previous
How to know? Don't try to know. Don't try to figure this out. Try to figure out how to get rid of them. It's like asking from in this lifetime, yes, I'm in human form of life. So how about last lifetime? What was I? You don't want that is irrelevant. That is irrelevant. Don't figure out where you came from. Figure out where you're going. Understood? It's like you don't have to ask who is my great grandfather. You can figure it out, but then why extra endeavor? Okay? One, two, last two questions now. We have to go. I have a few things to do. Yes?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. My question is, in Kirtan, mind no little more, but
Your mind?
in Kirtan,
Yeah, in Kirtan,
mind no more little.
it's not disturbed. It's focus.
Mind
Because
focus.
yeah, because
In Kirtan,
yeah,
focus.
that's
But
powerful.
in Japa,
Yeah.
mind more little. Why?
Why? It's okay. Keep chanting and your mind will become peaceful. Okay? That is the nature of the mind. In the beginning, it's not focused. That's why we have to. The root cause of offenses is inattentiveness. That's why you have to be attentive. Prabhupada was asked, "What do you think when you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra?" Prabhupada says, "Don't think of anything. Vibration, because the name and Krishna person, no difference. So we have to chant purely. Then we will realize." So in the beginning, yes, the mind will disturb you while chanting. But you tell the mind, like Haridas Thakur, he wanted to finish his rounds. So he told the prostitute, just sit down, let me finish my rounds. And then when I finish my rounds, I will entertain whatever you desire. So the mind, while chanting, will tell you many, many things. You can tell, my dear mind, just sit down. Let me chant my rounds. Ignore the mind. That is the secret. Okay? Anything else? Okay. We stop here now. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Guru Sitanath Hari Hari Bol.
We are extremely thankful to Maharaj. Maharaj spoke very strong foundations principle, how we can very fastly progress